Soccer from the seaside this week, featuring the local derby between second division rivals Blackpool and Preston. At the end of November, these clubs were third and fourth in the table, with a point dividing them. Since then, Preston have had only one win in 20 league and cup games, and they now stand 19th and desperately needing points here. Blackpool have slipped out of the promotion hunt, but they're a very creditable fourth in the table, and they're currently leading their group in the Anglo-Italian competition. The side has been very settled lately. This lineup, in fact, is turning out now for the 9th successive match, and they've won 6 of them. One relatively new face is Bill Rafferty, who came here in October in part exchange for Tommy Hutchinson. In fact, he played his first ever league game 3 years ago today for Coventry against Newcastle. Youngster of the side is Alan Ainscough, who came up through the Blackpool youth team, and he made his mark in the 3-0 defeat of Preston at Deepdale this season, when he scored all 3 goals. Preston, they're unchanged from last week's match, and that's something of a luxury for them when they've been going through this bad spell, unable to get results. The acting manager Frank Lord has been making a number of experiments. He's got a very young side, 6 of them 21 or under, and some of them with very little experience at all. Wearing the number 3 jersey is Eric Snooks, who's just 18, a boy from Birmingham who made his league debut only a fortnight ago against Brighton, and today plays his 3rd game. And in the number 10 shirt, making his 6th appearance, Mel Holden, who's 18, made his league debut as a substitute last month against Millwall and scored Preston's goal in that match. And Preston will kick off. Thought they were really going to show us a 4-4-2 lineup, but in fact young Alex Bruce has broken in the number 6 shirt here to make a 3rd forward, and in fact it's all now beginning to take a bit of shape. But Blackpool in the darker shirts, in fact they're orange or tangerine strip with white shorts, and Preston in white and black. Number 8 here is Suddick, aimed for Dyson but didn't find him. And the whistle has gone for a foul and a free kick to Preston. Blackpool unbeaten here at Bloomfield Road since Burnley won here on Boxing Day. It's going to be Eric Snooks to take the free kick. Aimed for Holden's head, but didn't find him. McElmoyle's cross. Well meant, and it was possible that Lamb or Holden might have run in on it. Ball goes back to George Wood, the Blackpool goalkeeper. Scott from East Stirling, who came here 15 months ago. McElmoyle beaten by Alcock. Dyson. McElmoyle for Preston. To Holden. This is McMahon. To McElmoyle. McElmoyle. Suddick tripped by Bruce. Mr. Capey, the referee from Cheshire, gives the free kick to Blackpool. Peter Sotheby's free kick pulled right across the pitch to Hatter. Burns hit it just a little early. Burns hasn't been among the goals as much this season as he usually reckons to be. Only 8 so far, 17 last season. Alan Kelly, who completes 15 years at Deepdale this month. Powerful header by Hatton, and Dyson chasing it, put into touch by Hawkins. Burns with the throw, Dyson going to meet it. Burns with Rafferty waiting at the far post, but again Burns' cross drifts behind. Beautiful afternoon, bit of cloud about, bright sunshine, and in the last quarter of an hour or so before the kick-off, the crowd thickened up quite a lot. Hatton with the throw-in for Blackpool to Dyson. Tackle with feet in the air, which Mr. Capey didn't approve of. Suddick. Bursting in to take advantage of the gap, and a good shot to it. It's come out, and it's the first goal, scored by Rafferty. Disaster for Alan Kelly, who had it covered but couldn't hold it. But credit Suddick for the power of the shot. And Kelly still down on his face. See now how well Suddick makes use of this big gap. Bursts inside, hits it very strongly with his left foot. And Rafferty is there to pick up the rebound. And Kelly still down with his teammates round having a look at him. Must have spun up and hit him in the face, I think. Or maybe he got a knock on the head as the bodies came in to stick the ball in. Well, this is really no start at all for Preston in their situation. Acting manager Frank Lord just going on to have a look and see how bad the damage is. But it looks very much as though we may have to have a substitution. I have a feeling that Hughie McElmoyle is the substitute goalkeeper in this side. Yes, and it's going to be Hugh McElmoyle who's taking over in goal. Not the first time he's done it. Player who might have gone in goal, I suppose, is John Bird, who certainly took over when Kelly was injured against Middlesbrough earlier this season, but McElmoyle wasn't playing in that match. So that's the situation then. Off goes poor Alan Kelly. In goal, Hugh McElmoyle. 7 minutes gone, of which a good 2.5 minutes is injury time, and Blackpool lead by 1-0. Neil Young trying to catch George Wood off his line, but doesn't succeed. And away they come again. Rafferty with Dyson going into the middle. That was a good tackle. They still haven't got the ball clear, but it's away now. Holden trying to fiddle his way along the line there, but was thwarted in the end and had to settle for the throw-in. Burns. Out of play for a Blackpool throw. Two men in the middle now waiting for the cross. Eluded them all, got away by Bird. Now Bentley. Well, Blackpool will obviously try to shoot at every opportunity. And Bill Bentley, who's scored 1 goal this season, way back in August, obviously fancying his chance a bit there. Straight back to McElmoyle, in fact put off for a corner as he miscued his goal kick, and it looks as though Preston have decided that there's no chance of Kelly coming back. They're playing at the moment with 10 men, but substitute George Ross now warming up and likely to be on any minute. Sadik's corner, and a punch by the goalkeeper that went over the top. No, it was a header, it's a goal kick. Or maybe there was an infringement there, but anyway, it's Preston's ball. And now Ross wants to come on, and Mr. Capey is coming over just to check his studs and let him take his place in the game. So Preston at full strength, and now no chance of Kelly returning. Sadik to Ainscough. Ainscough testing Ross. Sadik shot again, that time miscuing, and a goal kick. Rafferty, cleared by Ross, but out of play. Hawkins a good header. McMahon, not what he meant, but it'll do. Bruce, Holden. Bruce again, dispossessed by Sadik, and through goes Rafferty, and McElmoyle didn't really have a chance to come out, did well to cover that. Did well to get down and smother that. He thought at first that he ought to have come for it, and then changed his mind and went back. Ainscough, but the whistle has gone for a foul by Rafferty and a free kick to Preston. So just about a quarter of an hour gone, and 1-0 it is. This is Bruce. Ross, who's playing at full back and allowed McMahon to go forward into midfield. There's a good clearance by young Ainscough. On ball by Burns, and a brave save by McElmoyle. Ross. Bruce. Bentley for Blackpool. The Sadik, the through ball for Burns, who switched wings. Sadik again. Back heel into open space for Bentley. And a change of direction now for Hatton to try down the right. Aim for Dyson's head. Good catch by McElmoyle. McMahon. Holden, no, sorry, this is Lamb. And Holden ahead of him, but he held the ball too long. Hatton. Chance for Rafferty. Cleared by Smooks. Long, hard and hopeful, and Holden trying to make something of it, but Sotheby gets it back to Wood. Controlled by Snooks, but a bad ball, Hatton. And again McElmoyle is down with his body behind the ball. goes Young, back with him comes Alcock. Got his balance again now. Good play there by Young, and here's Spark. An easy one for George Wood. Hatton aiming for Rafferty's head, but only finding Hawkins. Dyson. Snooks and Hawkins lifting it out. Suddick to Dyson. Trying to go round Spark, and Spark goes back with him, and it's not a corner, it's a goal kick. Played by Spark onto the legs of Keith Dyson. Ainscough, Suddick, and Rafferty tried to give it back to him, and Hawkins showing the final compliment to the stand-in goalkeeper, a confident back pass. Well won by Alcock. Dyson to Burns. This is promising for Blackpool, and it's a goal! And the blame there for Preston belonged with some fiddling on the edge of the penalty area rather than with the stand-in goalkeeper. They were just not winning the ball in this situation. Dyson's pass was a good one, and Burns' shot was absolutely inch perfect. 2-0, we've been playing now just on 33 minutes. Mickey Burns' 9th goal of the season, and Blackpool now in a commanding position. All the while Preston could keep it to 1. They must have felt there was hope. It's now going to be desperately difficult for them. Lamb, James to Burns. Rafferty. Lamb forward, Holden, meant for Spark, but intercepted by Glyn Jones. Foul for a charge in the back by Hatton. Whether Neil Young can now find an accurate free kick to produce something for Preston to send them into the dressing room in slightly better heart. Hard and low, and intercepted by Burns for Suddick. And after 2 minutes of injury time, Mr. Capey says half-time it is, and Blackpool put into the lead with an absolutely crucial goal by Rafferty after just 4 minutes in an incident in which Alan Kelly suffered a very bad cut to his head, and that really put paid to Preston's hopes. A goal by Mickey Burns after 33 minutes then gave them this 2-0 advantage, but really Preston have fought very well, and Hugh McElmoyle, their stand-in goalkeeper, has done an heroic job for them. It's very difficult to see that he could have done more, and indeed even more difficult to see that Preston have any hope of pulling this match back. But there it is as they go in, Blackpool 2, Preston 0. Blackpool kick off in the second half, leading by 2-0, and the news of Alan Kelly is no more than that he's gone to hospital with one of the club directors, and there's so far no further news. But it's beginning to look as though Preston's long run of success, or lack of success, against Blackpool is going to be extended. The last time they beat them was just over 4 years ago, when they won 1-0 at Deepdale with a goal scored by Derek Temple. Ainscough with the throw-in for Blackpool. Alcock. Sotheby all the way back to Wood. That's not very adventurous in the circumstances. Ainscough let it run under his foot. Lamb. Suddick. Flicked on well by Dyson. Suddick well tackled by Ross, who couldn't keep it from going off for the corner. He caught his shin bone against the corner flag. Nothing serious. Hawkins off the top of his head, and it's almost in the net. Has it gone in? Yes, it has, but I think the referee may have spotted an infringement. It's no goal. Glyn James had managed to stick out a toe and get it into the net, but in the scrimmage there'd been an infringement, and so it's a free kick. Lamb, Dyson for Blackpool, Alcock to Bentley. Put out a play by McMahon. Dyson. Bird clears. Suddick. Going back off Ross. Dyson. Bounced off Snooks. Bruce. Bentley with a big gap in front of him and plenty of men in the middle. Wanted to do it all himself, and that was very silly. The opportunity went to his head. Made all that progress down the left, but he had plenty of men that it would have been worth trying to pull it back to. Sort of thing that often happens when you get a substitute in goal. Everybody begins to think they must test the goalkeeper, and they get too hasty. McMahon's header. Alcock, Bird, and Alcock again. Bentley, this time playing the cross. Rafferty to Burns. That was a good shot. It came off the bar. Ainsco's lost it, so it's a Preston throw. Hugh McElmoyle with a big grin. I think he may have even got his fingertips to that shot. Holden threading it through to Young. Sotheby. Burns turning it for Hatton. So Bruce to take the throw-in for Preston. On for McMahon. Burns going all the way back with him. And it went out. Throw to Preston. McMahon. Bruce. Neil Young. Sotheby back to Wood. Holden. Now Lamb. Young had it on his left foot, and that's always dangerous. McMahon. Ross. Goalkeeper coming, and really reached out a long arm for that. Not very orthodox goalkeeping, but effective. Offside again. Hawkins with Preston's free kick. Sotheby up, but beaten by Holden. Alcock. Sotheby on to Ainscough. Taking on Ross, and he checked that well to lose Ross. Spent a long time deciding what to do with the space once he'd made it. Header by Holden to Bruce. Bentley, Dyson, beaten by Bird. Lamb to Bird. On to Bruce. Still Bruce, and now Archie Young. That was good play by Bruce. That's a good cross too. And Sotheby puts it out for the corner. That was very nice football indeed by Preston. Some beautiful touches by young Alex Bruce. And a fine centre from Neil Young. Young going to take the corner. Again the one that swings in towards the near post, headed away by Alcock. Young once more. Goalkeeper coming and punching well. Suddick. Went for Dyson, but he didn't reach it. Lamb poking it back in. Bird turning it to Bruce. Corner has been given. Or is it a free kick that's been given? It's a corner. I think Wood will feel that he was very hard done by there. Took great pains to keep the ball in play as his body slipped over the line. But the linesman was looking along the line, and Mr. Capey's broad smile indicates who's in charge. Two-thirds of the game gone now. 2-0 to Blackpool. Neil Young with the corner for Preston. Headed away by Burns. Lamb. Burns hacking it forward. Hawkins meets it and heads back. Burns again, and Wood. And Rafferty coming behind this. Burns, and again a good save by Backlemoyle. Had come right out of his goal and knew he had to win it, and did so well at the expense of a corner. Burns to take the one from the right, and wastes it. Mickey Burns, scorer of one of Blackpool's goals. Moyle spraying his kicks about a bit. Alcock. Along the line for Bentley. And now can he play a good cross? Well, he knows the answer. Good header by Sotheby. Bird. Sotheby again. Lamb. Sotheby. Rafferty, a good header. Suddick going through the gap. Suddick against the post and off the other side eventually. Hawkins complaining that he virtually had his shirt pulled out of his shorts, and the referee, I think, is going to book him for what he said. Certainly speaking to him very severely, but no booking. This is the incident, and there was certainly a pull by Dyson, and that held back Hawkins, but as it happened, justice was done, because the ball came back from Suddick off the post, and his second attempt he put well wide. So still 2-0. Hatton's header, Hawkins for Preston, Holden, good one for Bruce. Rode that challenge well too. Linesman flagged, referee agreed, and so it's a free kick to Preston. Then James calling everybody back. So that wall is about 6 yards back, and now Mr. Capey is going to ask them to retreat. Multicoloured wall with a couple of white shirts in it, and they're now busy creeping forward again. Really are virtually where they were when Mr. Capey started. So Neil Young lifts it over the top and over the bar. Hawkins. And the crowd beginning to express a certain amount of dissatisfaction. Second half has had its moments, but it hasn't been anything like as good as the first. Preston, under a good deal of stress, have managed only 2 shots. That was a foul by Ross, which has laid Ainscough flat on his back. And the ball was thrown at him. Mr. Capey inviting him to get to his feet. Suddick with his foot on the ball, waiting to take the free kick. Over it comes too long. Bruce wanted to do too much. Rafferty. Burns was offside. great deal of disagreement from the crowd, but I was 100% with the linesman. Among those dissenting, M. Burns of Blackpool. Quarter of an hour to go, and now Burns has been unable to keep his dissent to himself, and Mr. KP books it. Really is no point in Burns arguing. The only place it ever gets him is into the referee's book. Sotheby, McMahon, Spark, James, Spark again, Bruce. Extended Wood a little bit. And no offside now, play on, says the referee, and a good header by McElmoyle. Not for nothing has this man scored 151 goals. And a good few of them with his head. Hugh McElmoyle, an unorthodox but very effective and very cheerful goalkeeper. Rafferty going for the overhead. Burns. Foul by Snooks. Three men trying to decide where the wall should be, and they've now finally come up with a solution. The answer is it should also be another 2 yards further away. Sadiq lofting it across. Holden didn't make contact and the ball ran off Alcott's thigh for a goal kick. Blackpool really have had a great deal of opportunity from free kicks and breaks down both wings to make something of their crosses, and they really haven't used them very well. Holden, Lamb. Lamb getting it back again from McMahon. Young. Sotheby to Sadiq. Burns back to Wood. No, he's not going to bother. Yes, he is. And that, says Mr. KP, is that and another grievous disappointment for Preston, who are beginning to look as though they may need one or two of the other clubs to do them a favour, maybe Huddersfield or Cardiff. But this long run goes on, 21 games now, with only one victory, and today Hugh McElmoyle, their hero, but not able to prevent them from going to defeat after Alan Kelly had been taken off with a cut head after 5 minutes. The goals scored by Rafferty and Burns, and Blackpool, who are going to end the season in a very useful position, well up the second division, beginning to think perhaps of something worthwhile in a challenge for promotion next season. Final scoreline here then, Blackpool 2, Preston 0. Well, first of all, we've got to give credit to Blackpool for taking their victory and maintaining their position in the second division. I suppose really they must say to themselves that they should have had more goals than they scored. They must wonder whether they might not have played a few more crosses that were better crosses and made something of them. But nevertheless, they won, and they won with 2 good goals. That they didn't win by more was due to some stout-hearted defence by Preston and a tremendous job of standing goalkeeper by Hugh McElmoyle. Before we talk to him, let's just have another quick glimpse at one or two of his more memorable moments on a memorable afternoon. Rafferty to Burns, that was a good shot, it came off the bar. Ainsco's lost it, so it's a Preston throw. Hugh McElmoyle with a big grin. I think he may have even got his fingertips to that shot. And Rafferty coming behind this. Burns, and again a good save by McElmoyle. Suddick against the post and off the other side eventually. And no offside now. Play on, says the referee. And a good header by McElmoyle. Not for nothing as this man scored 151 goals, and a good few of them with his head. And now here is the man himself, Hugh McElmoyle. Congratulations, a splendid performance. You looked as though you've been doing it all your life. Have you in fact done it before?
Yes, I've done it last season against Oxford United, which we won 1-0.
How long did you spend in goal that afternoon?
I think it was most of the second half, you know. I scored in the first half and held them out in the second half.
Do you in fact keep in practice? I mean, do you keep goal in training matches?
No. 5-a-side, sometimes I drop back, you know. But that's only the second time I've ever done it.
Had you ever had any aspirations as a goalkeeper, as a boy?
No, but after today, you never know.
What in fact is the news of Alan Kelly?
He's gone home. He went to the hospital now, they've taken him home to Preston. I think he's got half a dozen stitches in his head, but there's no fracture or anything like that.
And it was just an accident, presumably, a boot, was it?
Well, not many people saw it. You know, it was a scramble for the first goal, and he must have got it then, you know. Don't know whether it was our centre half or their centre forward that done it, but it's a nasty one anyway.
Pleased as you may be with your own performance, the fact that Preston have lost again must be now beginning to seem a bit serious to you.
Oh yeah, we're struggling at the bottom, you know, but I think we'll pull through because we've got I think it's 3 home games now out of the last 4, so I reckon if we get 3 points out of the last 4, we should be safe, you know.
I must say some of these youngsters around you are beginning to look quite promising footballers, aren't they?
Well, this is it. If we can stay up this season, we might go, you know, do well next season. It's just one of them things. It's just keep my head afloat this season.
I suppose quite interesting for you to play behind Graham Hawkins and realise the value of that man too.
Oh, tremendous. He's I've been here 2 seasons now, and he's been outstanding both seasons, you know. Especially now, you know, we're struggling a little bit. He's real lion-hearted, you know.
The one thought that did occur to me, just to come back to your own performance, was that Blackpool didn't test you perhaps as much with crosses as you might have expected.
Well, there was plenty, I'll tell you. Yeah, I thought there was a few in, you know, but luckily for me, they were quite near to me.
Was there one particular save that you remember that you'll be glad to have a look at again?
Maybe really, not.
Well, I can assure you that from where we sat, it looked a very good afternoon indeed. Hugh McElmoyle, congratulations and thanks very much.
Thank you, Gerald.
Well, that then is our story from Blackpool. Our second match today comes from the Midlands and from the First Division. Manchester United, now steadily pulling away from the trouble that they were in at the bottom of the division, were down at Stoke. ATV's cameras were there, and so was commentator Hugh Johns.
Martin forward. Morgan, a little bit of space to work in over there for a change. Aiming for Anderson. Knocks it on well. Macari chasing against Smith. Anderson again for Charlton. Good ball. Macari getting his boot up. Smith tried to head it out. Marsh now for Stoke. Marsh in trouble. Martin now. Graham. Sheldon. Curry's down injured. Graham. Bucket. Into the corner for Martin, and he's all right. Still there. Anderson! Trevor Anderson very nearly covering himself with glory in his first ever league starting game. Had a couple of games as a substitute. Very nearly sticking one in for Manchester United. Corner left side. Willie Morgan to take it. Holton came racing in. It's come back for Morgan. Stoke supporters rise to George Easton to see if he can get their side back into the game. Stoke 1-0 down. Pajic. Bucking away. George Easton with the throw. Mickey Pajic might just as well try a shot. He did! And it's goal! Greenup! Greenup has equalised! Jimmy Greenup has got it! It's 1-1. Stoke cruising forward. Greenough. Greenough getting a whack after the ball had gone. Free kick to Stoke. Steve James, the man penalised. Even Lou Macari, number 10, going through picture, taking up a defensive position now. As Manchester United protect this away point. Pajic's free kick. Holton bangs it away out again. Law for Easton, and it's not a good ball to him. He won it back though. Charlton. That's a bad pass. Well intercepted by Pajic. Easton. That's Ritchie. That's 2-1. Marsh. Hurst. All the time in the world. Jeff Hurst. Referee Keith Stars, in fact, had given Hurst offside. Although I looked to my right to see what the linesman was giving. He didn't seem to hoist his flag. 5 minutes to go, 2-1 Stoke. Pajic banging it forward in there again to put more pressure on this strained Manchester United side. Strained intention of fighting against relegation to the second division. Telling on their faces. Losing 2 points today could still put them in some difficulty. United, who were 18th today when the game kicked off with 33 points. Need every point they can get hold of. Now they're looking for an equaliser. Buchan with this free kick. Smith away. Graham knocks it in again. And the offside flag has already gone. No, it hasn't. It's a goal! Referee Stars looked as though he'd whistled for offside, but it has gone in. Macari was involved in it. So was this boy Fletcher, but it looked very much as though it was an own goal against Stoke. Stoke still trying to sort it out. It's 2-2, and United supporters are delirious. A mix-up then in the goal mouth. Macari darting around, Fletcher darting around, the ball in the back of the net.
So a bit of a scramble, but a goal and a point. 2-2 between Stoke City and Manchester United. The pictures came from ATV. The commentator was Hugh Johns. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen this afternoon. Hope you'll join us again next Sunday at 2:25. Till then, goodbye.